Welcome back to the Rad City Design Studio. I'm Mary, and this week I'm testing out the wireless UV light from Let's Resin. Let's get started. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a look at it. Okay, so a couple of things that I want to point out here. Here we have our output power at 18 watts. Watts only refers to how much actual energy is expended when it's turned on. Battery life on a single charge is between 3 and 4 hours with a charging time of 3 to 4 hours. But I want to see, is there any charge right out of the box? If so, cool, let's take a look. Okay, let's open this box. It's really nicely packaged. Nice little instructional booklet. It's in English, German, and French. This paper is really nice. Oh my gosh, it's a great size. Let's see. Okay. I literally did not open this beforehand. Okay, so it's super nicely packaged. It's super, like, it feels very substantial. So I'm just going to peel some of this plastic off. The little data cable's like nicely nestled inside here. That's kind of neat because then you could literally, if you're traveling with it, oh, it does have a bit of a charge. Okay. Okay, so this is the lamp, and I really like this form factor. So it opens like this, and I think this is really cute. This is super, like I said, it has a good weight to it, so it doesn't feel like it's going to just knock over. And it does have feet on the bottom to keep it steady in place. And what I like about this is you would be able to literally turn it on. You could set your item in here like that, like in this little area here, or you can place it on, you know, your work surface and then lean this over. I know most of us start off by using like a nail lamp designed for gel nails, but those just sit so close to your piece that they can cause your resin to warp or to cure unevenly, or sometimes even your resin will have like a ripple effect. So what I like about this is that you can kind of decide exactly how far away you want the light to be from your piece. So I filled a copper bezel with a bit of UV resin, and now I'm going to turn my light on. Now the light actually has 3 different settings, so you can go 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or lighting. And I'm guessing lighting, I didn't read the manual yet, but I'm guessing that when we say lighting, it means that it's just gonna stay on until you turn it off. For now, I'm just gonna set this for 2 minutes because this is a fairly shallow piece. So I'm gonna turn it on. It's got a really great bright light. Now, this is just standard Let's Resin, UV resin, hard type, crystal clear. So, you know, nothing super special about it. I'm going to give it the opportunity to fully cure for that full 2 minutes, which if you've seen a lot of my videos, that's usually about how long I like to cure things, especially when they're kind of small and flat like this. So, yeah, we'll give that the full 2 minutes and we'll see how it goes. So more or less, I have it completely extended, nearly straight up. And that's about, let's see, leave that in. Close to about a little over 7 inches away from the piece. So I want to see, I'm going to do this one with it this far away, and then I'm going to do one with it sitting here to see kind of what the different effects are. Okay, and let's take a look at it. So I just cured from the top, There it is. Let me take it off here. Now, from that far away, it looks like I did still have a little bit of resin that was kind of under cured. So I do have a bit of on the back. So maybe like 3 minutes would have been a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and cure this again. And honestly, I should have cured from the other side as well. In fact, I'll do this step again and do maybe like half of it on the front and then turn it over so that it'll also cure on the back. Okay, so I have another piece set up. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on cure. I'm gonna do 2 minutes, but I'm gonna do 1 minute on the front and then 1 minute on the back. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So on the front, nice and shiny, no like weird warping. Still a little sticky, but it is warm. So keep that in mind. If your piece is sticky or tacky at all, it's because it's still hot. So you want to let it completely cool down before you start handling it. Now I do still feel some warmth. I'm not going to be using this for anything, so I really just want to see how it cured. And then this time it cured perfectly. So same amount of time, and you can see it very nicely picked up the holographicness of this. So same amount of time, but this one I made sure to flip. So I'm gonna set that aside to let it cool. Now I'm gonna try another one where I'm actually gonna place it on the pedestal here and see what that looks like. Okay, so I filled this with resin. I'm gonna scoot this more to the middle here. And I'm gonna place that right here on the pedestal. And then I'm just gonna kind of lower this down a little bit. I still don't want it too close because I don't want it to cause rippling on the surface of my piece. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. And I'm gonna give it roughly a minute, and then I'll turn it over and cure the other side. Okay, so it's powered down. Actually came off of the piece. Okay, yeah, I mean, this looks pretty good. It looks really good. No resin residue. So it did fully cure in that amount of time. Kind of want to try it, you know, just having it on one side. And I'm gonna let this rest for just a little bit so that I can touch it in a few minutes and see if it's still sticky. While I'm waiting for that to cool down, I do want to talk a little bit about the form factor here. I really love this style. Like, this is so, it feels great. It's really cute, but also like, look how huge this light piece is. So I know that Let's Resin has those, you know, larger kind of dome shaped lights that you can put, you know, lots of stuff under, but I really like this because, like, even if, let's say I was curing a bunch of stuff that I wanted to cure from the underside, I could set it like this. Yeah, like, that's really nice. And then turn it on and, you know, it's gonna do the same thing. So this is really, really cool. Love that. And then, of course, I think one of the best advantages of this is the fact that it charges, and you have like a 4-hour, you know, working time with it, up to 4 hours working time with it when you're, you know, using it as a light, which means that you could take this to craft night with your girlfriends, or, you know, to a class if you teach classes, or if you just want to join a class. This is going to be super convenient because you can toss it in your craft bag or toss it in, you know, your purse or something, and then really it's not going to take up any more room than like a book. So I love that. I know I've kind of showed off a few of the different lights that I've used before, and the one that I most often use has to be plugged in. And I like that one because it, you know, it's a big light surface, but this I think will replace that because like I said, like if I want to work here in my studio, I can, or I could take this into the kitchen, I could take it outside, wherever I need to go, I'm gonna be able to do that. And one other thing that I know that I'll use a lot is the fact that you can kind of prop it in whatever way you need to. So if you're curing something that kind of stands up tall, then you'd be able to do that with this as well. So there's lots of different, you know, angles that you could hit something at, and be able to make sure that it's going to cure exactly the way you want it to. Okay, let me turn this back off. And I think this is cooled down, so yep, nice and cool. So when I look at it, it's not gonna leave any fingerprints. Well, any fingerprints that won't like move away. There we go. Yeah, I mean, this worked out really, really nicely. Okay, so one thing that I did want to point out, I'd mentioned before that it's an 18-watt lamp. And again, when we talk about wattage, that's how much energy it's putting out, because it is an electrical device. So 18 watts is how much energy it's outputting. That has nothing to do with how it cures. What you're looking for when you're wanting a light for crafting or whatever the case may be, for this specific purpose, you're looking for wavelengths, okay? This has lamp beads with wavelengths of 365 nanometers and 395 nanometers. And this says that it will meet the curing requirements of most UV resins. My favorite lamp that I had before is a 395 nanometer light. And that is the wavelength that the light utilizes to create the illumination. So because it's a UV lamp and because you're using it specifically to cure something, these are the numbers that you're looking for. So between 365 to 395 nanometers, that's an excellent range for your typical crafting usage for UV products, whether it's, you know, a UV resin or whether it's 3D printing, something like that. That's what you're wanting to use. Overall, I think that this lamp is really, really great. Again, I love the form factor. I love that it just folds up so neatly. It doesn't take up a lot of space. You can slide it into, you know, I think I might keep it here or something. So it's not going to take up a ton of space, and it's going to have a great amount of flexibility in how you use it. So again, like imagine you're, you know, you're having a craft night at your best friend's house and you want to bring along your lamp, but your bag's already super heavy. You don't have a whole lot of room in that bag. This is going to be the perfect accessory for you to bring along. Thank you for trying the light out with me today. I was really impressed. I think that this is a great tool to add to your toolbox. Or if you're new to resin and you're just looking for a nice light to get started with, this is a great way to go. It's gonna last you a long time. It's going to allow you the portability, and it's also going to let you use it in a lot of different angles, in a lot of different ways. So thank you so much for joining me this week. Go make something awesome, and as always, stay rad. And if you enjoyed this video, check out my resin tutorial playlist.